All right, welcome back to the Meatgrinders show. I'm your host, Rakeem, as usual, and my co-host.
Just sharing.
I'll take a few seconds to read over that disclaimer. We're going to get back with you this time. Sunny Hostin is getting sued again.
Again.
Part 2.
That old cat just don't know when to shut up.
Hang tight when we bring this video to you. All right, we're back with you again. We got this video from City Orbit. And before you exit, on your way out, hit that like, share, comment, and subscribe button.
Yeah, come on now. Stop playing.
Now this time, Sunny Hostin is getting sued by Featherman. I don't know where I got Leatherman. Yeah, it's U.S. Senator Leatherman. Let's play some.
Dive straight into this latest buzzword story on the internet today, the focal point being John Fetterman. And guess what? It's about a lawsuit. Yeah, we're talking about Fetterman suing The View host Sunny Hostin and the show's producers. This is like a massive bombshell in the world of political drama and daytime television. So what exactly went down, and why does this even matter to any of us? All right, stay with me here, and let's walk through the chaos together. To break it all down, John Fetterman, the Democratic senator from Pennsylvania, is really stepping into the spotlight on this one. We know Fetterman often champions issues about equality and justice, and he's not shy about speaking his mind, to be honest. Now, you've probably seen recent media chatter suggesting there's more going on beneath those TV show curtains than meets the eye.
They'll say that about the J6 people too, though, right? That's what they're going to say on the other side. That is
No,
weaponized also.
I'm not referring to that. I'm talking about the New York trial, and now the Democrats on our side there were some that were gleeful, calling him, like, now he's a convicted felon and those things, and now for our party, we were talking about criminal justice, and we're now talking about second chances, and now all of a sudden now you're like, well, he's a convicted felon and all these things. And now clearly, again, both of those trials, the Hunter Biden one and the trial in New York for Trump, that was politically motivated, and those kinds of charges would have never been brought unless one side could they realize that they could weaponize that.
Senator. Well, Fetterman sure believes so, which is why he's taken legal action. So here's how it all started. You see, Fetterman was guest starred in an episode of The View, a show known for its lively, no-holds-barred conversations among its hosts and guests. It's kind of a big deal. Lots of eyeballs glued to the screens every day watching. It was supposed to be like a usual chatty session about...
Look at Sunny Hostin with that long banana head. I guess she could be sucking the juice from that Mexican juice. You know what I'm talking about? That juice, the Mexican juice they got in the bottle with a straw. She be sucking that juice, drinking juice for the year because she ain't going to be able to afford these lawsuits. I think it's called guava. Yeah.
Guava?
Yeah.
Well, she still have her beans and rice.
I don't know. She could be on a water diet and juice diet now. She can't afford the beans and rice no more.
Goodness.
I said that yo to Carol Taco Bell is no to Carol Taco Bell. See, this woman, you would think if you're a lawyer, you already been sued once.
Yeah.
And you gonna keep opening your big old mouth.
Yep. Keep talking, keep talking, keep talking. I mean, that's how she stayed relevant. Because, what else she got going for?
Well, after the lawsuits, she ain't gonna be relevant no more. She'll be like Tina Turner's song. My man lost a good job in the city. Now I'm working to pay these lawsuits night and day.
Well, I guess she's trying to stand out, so she try to get more money. Like trying to get up there the money that Whoopi gets. She want more money, so she figures she be rude and loud. It'll pay off for her.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. Well, she fell on that. Denied. You lose. Good day, ma'am.
The usual mix of politics, current events, and chit-chat that viewers love. Then, bam, things took a sharp turn.
Ay, dos
Right during the live
míos.
broadcast, out of nowhere, Sunny Hostin reportedly made some comments that Fetterman probably didn't appreciate. I mean, what exactly was said hasn't been fully disclosed yet because, legal proceedings and all. But it was enough for Fetterman to say, hold on, that's not okay. Anyway, Fetterman felt that the statements made were damaging and defamatory. And he believes the View's producers allowed these statements to go on air, unchecked, which, raises questions about accountability. So why should you or I care about this juicy squabble between a senator and a daytime talk show?
If they they had a placebo group and they had a vaccine group because they wanted for military readiness to see if the flu shot.
Kennedy need a voice transplant.
What they found is actually the people who got the flu shot were 36% more likely to get coronavirus, and that's not a lone study. We found 6 other major studies that say the same.
Now it seems like Mr. Kennedy got a bottle of Hennessy in the background too.
So what exactly is he saying? He said somebody, if you get the flu shot, you're more likely to get
flu and a corona shot.
You're more likely to get what?
Get the coronavirus, and you get the flu shot, you're more likely to get the flu.
If you got the flu shot and the corona shot?
No, each one of them. It don't matter which one you get.
Oh.
He sound like he a robot drinking that Hennessy in the background.
He just old.
The other Kennedy's old, but they don't sound like that.
If you get the flu shot, you're more likely to get coronavirus. All you have to do, Alan, and this is what Cochrane said, is look what's happened to longevity in the elderly since we started mandating the flu shot for elderly people. Those are the people who, their life expectancy has dramatically gone down as the flu shot proliferated. And if you see, the people who died during the COVID crisis,
well, it turns into an example of a more significant issue about laws on defamation and responsible journalism.
It is his son, after all, and people do have sympathy for that. But a lot of people are angry with him about it. What do you say?
Well, I think it's undeniable that the case against Hunter Biden was really politically motivated, but I also think it's true that the trial in New York for Trump that was political as well too. Now, and in both cases, I think a pardon is appropriate, and I really think collectively, America's confidence in these kinds of institutions have been damaged.
I'm gonna pause this. We're gonna go a little bit past this.
Quarterback Aaron Rodgers. He said he's heartbroken about friends and family cutting him off for his controversial political views and conspiracy theories. And a lot of Americans can relate to this, especially after this last election. So, do you think it happens everywhere?
What I recall about him is when he was asked about the COVID-19 pandemic, during the height of the pandemic, when people had lost loved ones, when people's family members were missing from their Thanksgiving table, like my table, he said, "I'm immunized." And as it turns out, he was not. He had done his own research. He has his Google MD like I do. And I think he said he was allergic to something in the vaccine, but he had COVID and he was in a huddle with his teammates. And I think people felt like, wow, you don't care. You're not your brother's keeper.
This could really turn me against
a morality.
Are you telling me that?
According to some insiders, Fetterman has been really doing his bit, shooting from the hip, standing by his principles, and now he's emphasizing the importance of personal rights and reputation. I guess he's trying to underscore the point that, if left unchecked, media platforms can sometimes lead to misinformation or worse, injury to personal lives and careers.
Well, I agree with that statement. If something left unchecked and that's not fact checked, she shouldn't be saying nothing.
So she getting sued for saying that?
I don't know exactly, because the one next clip he said he not really gonna get into why she being sued. So, but somewhere along the line she being sued for that. See, the problem is,
so why is the senator suing her?
Because he said something, she said something about him. And anyway, I guess she gonna be drinking that guava juice and eating plantains for the rest of her life to pay all these lawsuits off.
What I'm trying to say is, in today's world, where everything we do or say can go viral, the responsibility of media houses can't be overstated. They're, the gatekeepers of what gets showcased to the public. So when a talk show like The View hosts millions of viewers practically hanging on to every word. What's said matters.
In a million years, I would not take the flu shot, and I'll tell you why. Because this is what Cochrane and BMJ have found.
Negro, you sound like you the
The
flu.
flu shot are protected against that strain of flu. They're 4.4 times more likely to get a non-flu infection. And you might find...
It sound like he got a respiration infection.
Flu shot and then they get sick. You're usually not getting the flu. You're getting something that is indistinguishable from the flu because the flu shot gives you something called pathogenic priming. It injures your immune system so that you're more likely to get a non-flu viral upper respiratory infection. In fact,
Sound like you got a respiratory
the
infection.
Right.
published a story, and you can
Sound
cite
like he
this
got chronic asthma.
WLFE in January of this year, in which they said that the flu shot not only primes you for flu, but it
We're gonna pause this. And we're gonna go a little. Well, Sunny getting sued. She be walking around in wedding dresses all day because she can't afford to wear nothing else.
She got tons of clothes.
Not that lawsuit. She gonna sell those clothes.
No, she don't.
She gonna have to eat baby food and plantains. And
I'm sure she got a nice bank account.
right now she does. I'm waiting till after this lawsuit.
And she-
Discussions.
Yeah.
But this time, those qualities seemingly landed the show and its team in hot water. Let's put it in context. In a much broader picture, Fetterman's legal move is also about holding people accountable in the era of instant information sharing. We live in times where, from politicians to celebrities, everyone's
Whoopi the
words are
whale.
dissected endlessly, often leading to spirited dialogues or, outright chaos. But here's something else worth mentioning. This scenario highlights the fine line between free speech and defamation. It throws a spotlight on how, though we champion unfiltered discussions, we must also respect the truth and individual reputations. So do you all think that Sunny and The View crossed the line?
Yes.
Or is Fetterman right to pursue this legal route? It'd be curious to know how you see it. Are the claims too much on Fetterman's part, or was this really an overdue check on media responsibility? The real kicker here is the length at which a prominent public figure, like Fetterman, is willing to go to reclaim respect and ensure public...
Well, I think we played enough of this. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, leave your comment. Tell us what you think about Sunny. I mean, she just keep on talking, and keep on talking.
Yep.
I mean, she's talking herself out of a job, really.
Yeah, that's what eventually going to happen.
I mean, if they have to pay out too much money, you're a liability, and you got to go.
Yep, we got to go. Oh, big mouth, banana head Sunny just can't keep her mouth closed.
Why can't none of them keep their mouth closed?
No, Campbell.
Whoopi and Joy is just bad.
Well, Whoopi ain't being sued, but they said next Joy is being sued next.
I wouldn't doubt it because she run off at the mouth too.
See, the View became a clown show. It used to be about something.
Yeah, it used to be a good show back when Barbara Walters was on there.
Yeah, and now it's nothing but a emotional talk show.
It's a train wreck.
Yeah, well, until next time, people, we out.